Huh.
Hello there. Welcome to my 4th of July shave. I thought it only fitting, and I know this is kind of a trend. I'm not bucking any trends here, but that everything that I use be made in USA. And so, you know me, I like vintage. My Ever Ready 500 PBT for the brush. The straight we're going to be using is my 51 the Victor. Wonderful, sharp, beautiful square point razor. And for the soap, Artisan Time, Krampert Frostbite. I think, Soap Smooth is who makes this. Made in the USA. Made in Woodland Hills, California. So, Soap Smooth, Krampert Frostbite. And for the aftershave, I'll follow it with Krampert's Frostbite aftershave, which, by the way, is incredibly lovely stuff. The frankincense in it is just lovely. So, anyway, I hope everybody has a wonderful 4th. We're not going to do anything special. Probably won't even grill. My wife's not much into hot dogs, hamburgers, that kind of stuff, or steak for that matter. So, my daughter, she don't care whether it's on a grill or boiled in a pot. If it's a hot dog, she'll eat it, and she doesn't really care. And me, I'm not that worried about it. We're just going to have a nice quiet day at home with one another, enjoying time together. My wife has been over at my mother-in-law. She goes over there and stays 2 or 3 days, fairly regular. Her mother's 90 years old, and she's not going to be around very much longer. Hopefully she's around for a long time. I love her, but chances are she's not. And so she goes over there and spends as much time with her as she can. I don't go. I'll take her and drop her off. She's got a wheelchair over there that her sister bought for her. And got it cheap off the bay, I think. But anyway, her house is about 15 foot by 18. The whole house. Her whole house is the size of a lot of people's living rooms, And with my wife and daughter over there, that means there's 5 people already. And so I don't go and stay. I stay over here. Besides, we have a cat, and he's elderly, and somebody needs to be over here and help take care of him, or take care of him. He's old, but he's still, if you leave him alone, even he's so old that he sleeps most of the time, and he'll gain weight, and then his stomach will bother him, and he'll lose weight, and then gain it back and all that. I mean, he's an old fella, But if you leave him alone in the house more than a day or so, he'll still tear the place up. I mean, he's a cat. And eventually he's going to look around and realize, when the owners are away, the cat's going to play, and he'll tear the whole place up. If I don't, if there's not somebody here to watch him, he will. Because guess what? He's a cat. And he's my buddy. I've had him a long time, ever since he was, I've known him ever since he was born. When he was first born, he was the runt, the smallest of the litter. And he's always had this kind of attitude, you know. He wants you to pet him, but if you touch him, then he's like, don't touch me, kind of deal. But I've known him since he was a baby and loved him the first time I saw him. And some friends of mine owned him, and they had to move away, and they had him and about 6 or 8 of his brothers and sisters. They were giving the cats away. Butternut, that's his name, was maybe 6 months or a year old at that time. And my cat that I had, I'm a cat person. I always have a cat. When he dies, I won't get any more pets. I'm tired of burying them. Tired of losing my best buddies and burying them. So, you know, when he passes, I won't get any more. But one of my favorite animals I've ever owned, Willie, he died, and they were moving away and looking to get rid of all those cats, and I was mourning my buddy. My wife called him up and said, do you know where I could get another cat? And he said, well, where? She said, I know you're getting rid of a bunch of cats. He said, well, I know the perfect cat. I know exactly the one Mike wants. And I came home, and my friend was standing in the door when I got home. With Butternut in his hands. And I knew who he was just as soon as I saw him. We've had him ever since. I went over and visited a friend today, and talking about grilling. He's a mechanic. And my vehicle is the inspection sticker's dead on it. And I needed to take it down to him because I knew that there was some stuff wrong with it, and I didn't know for sure what they were. I mean, I knew it had an exhaust leak, but I couldn't find it. I know it needed a couple of tires. That I knew. I didn't need him to tell me that, but it needed that. It needed the emergency brake. Every year when I take the car in for inspection, I end up having to pay the guy in the inspection bay. Well, I'm paying the shop, but he's the one that does the work. Because the emergency brake won't hold. Every single year. They adjust it and get it right. Next year, same thing. So I took it to my friend and I said, hey, I know. And I need a door handle on the inside. It's a Kia Sedona. And this winter, the plastic that handle is made from got real brittle, and I went to open the door and it just broke right off. So I need one of those. Got one of those on order. But anyway, I brought it down to him and I said, dude, can you figure out what's going on with the emergency brake, man? They keep fixing it every single year. Every single year I got to pay like $30 to the guy. When I take it in to go and inspect it, I end up with a bill, $30 to work on the emergency brake. And they fix it and it passes inspection. And next year, like now, I mean, you can push the emergency brake on and put the thing in drive and it'll go right on down the road. You ain't got to put your foot on the gas. It just keeps going. So I said, man, can you help me out? And he said, yeah. He took a look at it. He said what was going on. He said, what happens with emergency brakes is that the cables stretch over time. And there's only so much adjustment there. And then after that, you basically got to get new cables. So he fixed it this time. And but they're at their limit in adjustment. And he said, there's no more that can be done. If they need adjustment again, I'll have to buy new cables. So, but if they pass inspection this time, that's all. That's all that counts. I'll worry about that in 6 or 8 months when it starts getting when I get a few months. I'll worry about that in February when I get 4 months or so from the time that I have to have the thing inspected again. I love this soap. It got a wonderful wonderful menthol kick to it. It's nice and slick. You can go back over it. Matter of fact, put a little bit of water. A little bit of water on it. Yeah. Do all like that. It's ready to go. Anyway, wonderful shave. We're going to follow the shave up with the Krampert's Frostbite, which just, this soap has got, they're both made for each other. This soap has got basically the same type of scent as the Frostbite aftershave. There's a bit more frankincense, I think, in this. But just lovely stuff. I hope that Brian continues working with Soap Smooth to produce this soap. I don't think that it's going anywhere anytime soon. But it's lovely stuff. This aftershave, I like alcohol splashes for the most part. I believe this has the tiniest bit. Oh, that's good. Of alcohol in it, if I'm not mistaken. But it's not enough that you... See, I use alcohol. I like to burn. And I use alcohol to kind of gauge my shave. You know, if I've got rough spots anywhere where maybe I went over it too much with the blade or something like that, the alcohol in the splash will let me know that. Kind of like the way that guys use alum, but I've tried the alum, and the alum will stay in my skin and irritate me for hours afterwards. The aftershave, the alcohol in aftershave will give me that burn for a few minutes, then it goes away. So, you know, that's why I prefer it. But anyway, and it may just be that my skin doesn't like alum that well. But this aftershave is just some of the best that I've ever used. It really makes my face feel good. And right now my eyes are watering like crazy because the menthol in it, coupled with the menthol in this soap, it just pushes it up a good couple of notches, and it's just marvelous. Wonderful. Brian, thank you for products like these. They really make, they really put a smile on my face. And happy Thanksgiving. Happy Independence Day. Happy 4th of July. To everybody out there, God bless you. I hope you have a great one. Thank you.